Alrighty then, welcome back to Plastic Models by a Regular Dude. The M8 Greyhound armored car project continues. Where I left off, I had completed up to step 4, which is the finishing up the underside details. All that is done. So next up is step 5, which is more of the interior of the lower hull. And my plan is to put in the major components and leave out the detail parts so I can paint the inside before I get all the detail stuff in. So let us begin. Let's see, first we need D31, which is this, looks like the firewall. With some storage compartments, containers, whatever you want to call it. Whoops. So that is the first part that goes in. So I'm going to start cutting these parts off and start gluing parts in and come back if I have any comments on anything in particular and on any developments. Alright, so I've got these larger parts in here and a couple of the smaller parts. I've also got the base for the radio in, but I haven't put the radio. I put the gear shift, gear selector lever in place, and then what I need to do, I attached the dashboard to the steering column, but I haven't put this on there. And what I've done is I've got it all ready to do some priming. I'm going to prime these parts and the inside of the vehicle to get it ready for the interior paint. But before I start the priming, since I want to prime as much as I can while I have everything apart, I'm going to go ahead and assemble the wheels and have those ready. And then I think I will probably skip ahead to the turret, assemble that, and get the interior of that primed and ready for paint. So I'm going to go ahead and do the wheels next, get those assembled, get those ready for primer, and I'll come back and see what else I've decided. Alright, so welcome back here. I've got the interior portions that will be visible from the outside primed. I've got some of the interior detail parts primed. Fire extinguisher, the dashboard, and my plan, and the wheels and tires. So my plan is this. I have some Archer dry transfers ordered that I'm going to put on the dashboard, kind of sharpen up a little bit, because I plan on leaving the hatches open, and that way it will add a little bit to the detail on the dashboard. I am also going to, looking through, I found some good photos online of some walk-arounds, and I'll share those a little bit later, maybe on the comments of this video or on another video, but I will share a link for that. But what I'm going to do is, once I get the main components assembled and I can determine what is going to be visible from outside of the vehicle, I'm going to do a little bit of detail work of stuff that's missing, such as wiring, more storage containers, fittings, crew gear, probably stuff like that. But I need to kind of determine what's going to go in there. Then I'm also going to be painting the inside white, obviously. And then I'm going to have to do a little bit of research because according to some of the references I see, the entire interior portion, including the interior of the turret, is white. However, on other references, the interior is white up to this point here, and then this part is painted olive drab. And yet others show that combination, but with this floor plate here being an olive drab and only the sides white. So I'm gonna have to just give it my best guess as to what color it was. Right now I'm leaning toward all white on the inside just because of the detail I want to add. I want it to be visible, and I think an interior of white would help accomplish that. So that is the plan right now. So some of the interior elements I've already added as far as detail is on the passenger side. From photos I've seen, there are a couple of grab handles, probably to assist in either holding onto, going over rough terrain, or to help get out of the vehicle, give you something to grab onto to pull yourself out. So there's that. So I'm going to call this video quits and start moving on with some of the paint work on the interior. Try and figure out what I'm going to do for some of the interior detail, which will probably be scratch built items, and move on from there. We'll wait for my decals to come in. I also ordered dry transfer decals for the exterior of the vehicle as well, just because I want to the Tamiya decals just to look a little too thick, so I don't want to use those. So anyway, that is the plan, and for now that is it from Plastic Models by a Regular Dude, and I will see you all next time.